I don't care if he's the brother of the president. It's not going to help you, so I don't need to hear this. What I do want you to know, if you show up for court again drunk, we're going to have a big problem. I'm going to reschedule your case. Sir, you cannot let her drive. Do you understand?
Thank you, Judge McNally.
Well, you know, you got to.
Pledge allegiance.
I'm sorry?
Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance? Is that what you said?
Yes. I'm unjustified.
Just relax. Heather, give me another date, will you please? I should probably have you locked up until you go down. Give me another date.
We can do February 18th at 9:45.
Come on up here, sir. What is your name?
My name is Ron and
Did you drive her here?
yes, I did. In fact, I'm an alcoholic. She got up.
Do you live with her?
Well, she stayed with me last night. She asked me 2 days ago if I'd come with her. I told her yeah. She left my house when she got
Is she going to have access to a motor vehicle?
no.
You said no, sir. What's your name? Tell me your name.
My name's Lori Gainville.
You got a .166 on the PBT.
I was drinking until 4:01 and I didn't. Hell, that I couldn't do that was.
You're still drunk.
No, it was,
Both no.
Man, we got a .166. Who drove here?
my friend.
Who's- Is this the guy here? Did he drive?
Sir Ronald Raymond Hamilton, the left president,
Slow down.
president
What?
of the United States.
Hang on a second. Who?
The 11th president to the United States president,
What's his name?
Sir Ronald Raymond Hamilton. The president to the president. Hamilton.
You right?
Yeah.
The president of the United States?
Yes,
The president right now?
yes, sir.
He's shaking his head no. Why is he shaking his head no? If he's not the president, why?
No, he's not president, he's the 11th cousin.
11th cousin. He's shaking his head no. That he's not the 11th cousin. And honestly, do you own a motor vehicle, ma'am?
That's what
Does she?
a 2010 Ford Focus,
She owns it.
lightweight.
Well, hang on a second. You just told me she didn't have access. If she owns a motor vehicle, how does she not have access to the vehicle?
I'm a woman. Not just. I picked him last night.
Go down the hall, get your new date. It's going to be February 18th
February 18th.
at 9:45 in the morning.
You think 45 an hour, no alcohol.
Don't show up drunk.
Yes.
Don't show up after consuming alcohol.
Okay, sir.
We understand?
Okay.
Sir, I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna trust you're not gonna give her those keys.
Thank you. I'm trying to get her into a treatment center for alcoholism.
All right, let's not have any further discussions here, okay?
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. Do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes,
Do not drive. You understand?
Yes,
Sir.
Go down the hall. They'll give you a notice. Thank you. Raymond Kirk Hamill.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is file 26W840317. Good morning, Mr. Gilbert. How are you?
All right. Would you like my appearance?
Yes, please.
Mark Gilbert, P71034 for Mr. Hamill, who is to my left.
Sir, your name?
Your name?
Raymond Hamill.
All right. Can he get a little closer or speak louder?
I can
Come on up here, Mr. Hamill. Tell me your name again, please.
Raymond Kirk Hamill.
All right. So, Mr. Gilbert, for purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute and waive formal reading?
We do, Your Honor.
And then you pre-tried this with the prosecutor, true? And he's going to plead guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired with the OWI to be dismissed, true?
That is accurate.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Hamel?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you do that, the possible penalties are up to 300 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service. Court costs are all 4 points, license suspension or revocation in accordance with your record. Your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a trial by court or jury. You have the right at a trial to testify or remain silent with the understanding that if you choose to remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. You have the right to cross-examine the prosecution's witnesses. You have the right to bring in your own witnesses. You have the right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. And if you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we will not have a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You understand when you plead guilty here today that you're giving up the rights, you're waiving the presumption of innocence, and you're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne on January 4th of 26 on Allen near Van Horn at 2:59 in the morning?
Yes.
Prior to that, did you drink alcohol? And if so, what did you drink and how much?
Yes, and about 6 beers.
Okay, was your ability to operate that motor vehicle impaired because of the alcohol consumption? And if so, in what way?
Yes.
How?
Drunk.
Well,
I know, but why were you
What
pulled
happened?
over by the police? Were you
I
weaving,
was,
swerving,
Sorry, sir. I was sleeping. Well, the train pulled up and I put my car in park and I fell asleep.
I see. You think you did that at least in part because of your alcohol consumption?
Yes.
And did you take a breath test or a blood draw?
I did breath.
And counsel, were the results 0.136 and you so stipulate that that was an accurate reading for purposes of the plea?
there were actually 2 BACs, and yes, I stepped, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole, sir?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted to that charge operating while impaired. The OWI is dismissed. He is 32, right? All right.
I'm 32.
I'm going to give you a personal bond of $1,000. I'm going to order a screening and assessment. John,
Yeah.
go over to probation, see if they can screen and assess him today, will you?
Okay.
You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I do want you going to AA 1 time per week.
Your Honor, what's the first name?
Hamill. We want to check and see if they're going to be able to screen them. They're really busy over there right now. Or do they want me to set a date? Okay, I want you to call over to probation. 734-671-0201. That's 671-0201, extension 245, and see when they want him to come in. They're really busy. They're not gonna be able to do it right now, so. And I'll give you a new sentence date or a sentence date and we'll go from there.
Thank
What do
you,
you
Your Honor.
have for me, Heather?
February 18th at 8:30.
At 8:30, council, okay?
Yeah, do you need us by Zoom or in person on that day?
I mean, if he's gonna be in the only, I want sobriety court cases by Zoom, I mean, in person. Other than that, if they're, if he's in your office with you, I don't have a problem with Zoom, okay?
No worries.
Either way, so you both show up here or you both show up there.
Thank you,
February 18th, 8:30. Anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor. I will call probation and try to get a schedule.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Kevin Hudson Sterling. 25W839-175.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani appearing on behalf of
Kevin Sterling. Today is the day set for sentencing. Please identify yourself, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Graziani. So your client pled guilty to retail fraud, and the agreement was it would be taken under 771.1. He was referred for a pre-sentence report. If he had a chance to review the report with him, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions? And by the way, there was an agreement that says 12 to 18 months. But there's an agreement for restitution of 482.36, I believe.
That's correct, Judge, and he's in a position to pay it. And is in a position also to make a $300 deposit for his fines and legal costs.
Okay, what would you like to say, counsel?
Judge, there's the only
And your name again?
Kevin Sterling, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
The only modification, Judge, that we're asking for is that in lieu of the court work program, we're asking for Mr. Sterling to participate in volunteer services and comparable hours. But other than that, we're satisfied.
Anything you'd like to say, sir?
Yeah, I just want to say I apologize for my behavior. It's been a very humbling experience, and I can just assure you I won't be in here again.
You know, I guess what
We
bothers,
do have the fingerprints over here if you'd like to put in the file.
the fingerprints?
We have the order for the fingerprints.
Oh, yeah, he already went and got printed, right?
That's correct, Judge.
Yeah, we can take that. Thank you. I think what bothers me is they knew you were doing this repeatedly. I mean, they called ahead. They knew you were going in there and stealing. This wasn't a one-time thing. I mean,
Judge, he is in a program right now and he's been aggressively attending it. And I told him essentially that he's on probation for the rest of his life. That's why I had no problem with the evaluation. And it can be used as a blueprint for him to play the rest of his life.
the evaluation, he's in a psychiatric,
He's receiving treatment at this time, Judge.
where?
Got the new patient was in Taylor. It's evolution, mental health.
Okay, I'm just gonna say attend mental health treatment at a facility approved by probation, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, 12, did I let everybody finish?
No, we're fine, Judge. We're fine.
12 months probation, you cannot leave the state, and I'll take it under 771.1.
Thank you, Judge.
You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court with probation as directed. You're not to have any contact with employees of the Woodhaven Aldi store. You're not to enter 20076 West Road in Woodhaven or any other Aldi store. You're to attend the mental health treatment at a facility approved by probation. I'm not going to order the positive strategies, but you are going to serve 3 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105, and I'm going to have you pay restitution of $482.36. I'm going to have you pay fines $100, costs $100, $75 rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So you have that, that's 3 1/4, screening fee 60 for 385. You have probation fees of 240 for 625. You have court work program fees of 105 for a total of 730 plus your 482. So that should be $1,212.36. That includes everything. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. If you're compliant, the case will be dismissed at the end of the year on motion of the prosecutor. I'll give you a review hearing date. If you're not compliant, this will go on your record. You'll be subject to a 90-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, how much does he have today?
He's got $300 to put down for the fines and court costs, and how much do you have for restitution?
I can pay the restitution today. Fully.
Do you have $800 you can pay today or not?
Yes.
You pay $800 now, and then I'll let you pay $100. I'll let you pay $100 bi-weekly and I'll start that beginning next Friday, which is the 13th, okay? Give me the review hearing date form, Heather, please.
That'll be February 3rd. of
February
27.
February 3rd at 27 at 8:30 in the morning. We'll give you a notice. Make sure you put it in your calendar. You have to show up that day. Any questions? Okay, so you'll meet with probation. I don't know if they'll be able to instruct you to, but go down the hall, pay your fines, and we'll go from there, okay?
Judge, thank you so
But
much.
you have them check in with probation. Thank you, Mr.
Have a good
President.
day.
What's this? Michael James Lee.
Brownstown custody.
Are they out there?
Yeah.
Michael James Lee, 26B 701-999. Good morning, Mr. Westmoreland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Mr. Lee.
Sir, your name, please?
Michael James Lee.
Good morning, Detective, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Crystal Tulas, Brownstown Police Department.
So what do we have here? We have 8 charge of OWI 3, suspend, open intox. and There's a habitual third offense notice. So how's he going to proceed?
Your Honor, it's time prepared to waive a formal reading of my stance.
Sir, I'm going to advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. You have the right to a preliminary exam within 7 days thereafter. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. At the preliminary exam, if it goes that far, they have to prove that this crime of operating while intoxicated was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. It's a probable cause hearing. So the preliminary exam the probable cause conference will be within 14 days. Preliminary exam will be within 7 days thereafter, unless your lawyer at some point asks for an adjournment. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
Also, I want you to understand that that you have the right to a lawyer if you choose to submit the question with law enforcement officials. And if you ever do that, you have the right to be represented by your lawyer at that questioning, and you have the right to be represented by a lawyer at all subsequent court proceedings. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
He's been printed, has he, Detective?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, why don't you go ahead, counsel? We're gonna address bond now, and we will go from there.
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to know Mr. Lee's currently living in Brownstown. He is gainfully employed full-time, working in Ford Motor Company for the last 26 years. He also is an Air Force veteran. He's not currently on probation or parole, has no other pending matters out of any other jurisdiction. After speaking with Mr. Lee, he did assure me he'd be appearing at all future court dates and understands the importance of doing so. I would just ask that all of them taken into account with the necessity bond.
All right, what do you have to say, Detective? Anything?
Yes, Your Honor. Given the severity of the charges, the fact that he has 2 prior misdemeanor OWI convictions and a felony OWI conviction, and the nature of the charges, the fact that he was a .285 BAC and had open intox in the vehicle, and his license is revoked indefinitely due to those priors, he's clearly showed a disdain for following the law. We would respectfully request that at a minimum, he be outfitted with a sober link device, and given a cash bond.
How much do you make in your employment, sir?
About 100,000.
15,000, 10%. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. You're going to be able to post that bond, right, sir?
Yes.
No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're not to operate a motor vehicle without a valid license. You're to attend AANA at least 4 times a week, and you have to go in person. And every time you go, you have to bring your AA form with you, and you have to have it signed. Okay? So you have to go 4 times a week. You are to be on a SoberLink device by the end of the day. So, I don't know. They're just so busy over there. I don't know what they're gonna. I hope you can post that bond right now, and then I'm gonna release you, but you have to go over and get a SoberLink device, and that's gonna be in Livonia at House Arrest. Sure.
Yeah, it's might be a little flapping for something. Go ahead. You want color?
No, I won't. I gotta have somebody come over and have you guys explain how he gets the sober device, okay? So he's gonna post one and come over here, you guys do, all right? Thanks. Michael Lee. Thanks. All right, so that's what you'll do. You're gonna come back over here after you post your bond, and they will tell you where you go and get your SoberLink device, sir. And I'm entering a not guilty plea, by the way. What are they doing here? Oh, we got another suspend charge out of Brownstown, huh? I didn't see that. This is 26B150038. Your appearance again?
Attorney Corey Westmoreland, bring on behalf of Mr.
He
Lee.
stands mute on this, waives formal reading.
That's correct.
$500 personal bond. Cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. On that case, I'm giving you February the 11th as a pretrial date. February the 11th as a pretrial date, and that'll be at 10 a.m. So that's what you're going to do on that one. And then the felony, you're going to be here February 17th at 9:30 and February 24th at 11. And you'll be in front of Judge Hessen on those cases, except for the misdemeanor, I believe is mine. So on the felony charge, you're going in front of Judge Hessen. You fully understand everything, Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Did you need something? What's your appearance?
Elizabeth Bosbridge, Your Honor. Pam indicated that you need somebody to instruct on SoberLink in the courtroom.
However you want to do it, I was going to have him come over here. I mean, but he's not going to have a car. Why don't you call over to Brownstown and talk to him? Call over to Brownstown.
Stay on Zoom, I can zoom in.
They'll zoom in and she'll explain it to you, sir, how you got to go about getting that SoberLink device, okay?
Yes.
So just keep him on Zoom if you would, Ms. Tulas. Thank you. Thanks. While
I'm sorry, what was his bond on his DWLS? I missed that
I
one.
gave a $500 personal bond. While Mohammed Alonzi, come on up here, sir. 25WA38813A and B. Is Alonzi here?
They were here, they checked in, I don't know where they. There's a couple of houses here on his, so they're ready to go, all right.
I know. Got so many of these. Burnett. Lee Burnett. 26F730037.
Attorney Corey Westmoreland, bring on behalf of Mr. Burnett. Mr. Burnett, can you please state your full name for the record?
Your name, sir?
Yes,
I need your name.
Clifty, CLIFTY, Burnett, BURNETT.
This is another felony, drunk driving. What does he wish to do for purposes of arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor, it's time. Very quick, one more.
All right, so sir, I'm going to advise you of your rights. You're charged with operating while intoxicated. Third offense, and you got a habitual second notice, meaning you could get 1.5 times the maximum. So this is a 5-year felony. You got a prior felony conviction, you could get 7.5 years. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it could be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to be represented by a lawyer, not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. Also, if you ever choose to submit to questioning with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. You have the right to a preliminary exam within 7 days thereafter. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. At the preliminary examination, the people have to show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. If they fail to prove that, then the charge would be dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Probable cause conference will be February 17th at 9:15. Preliminary exam, February 24th at 11:15. I'm entering a not guilty plea. You're gonna have to fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer if you want one going forward. What do we have here? What do you want to say?
Yes.
Does he work?
Your Honor, he's a retired Navy veteran. He's currently retired from other work. He's not on probation or parole, has no pending matters. He lives in Lincoln Park. And after speaking with him, did assure me he would be appearing all court dates. He did walk in on the 23rd of January, but it was after whatever time, so they told him to come back. So he appeared today on his own practices.
Is Rembiz here by chance? Am I right? It looks like the last one that he, 07.
I believe it's several years.
Did you call Rembiz?
Did I call who?
Rembiz.
I did. He's out of the area.
They're not gonna have anybody come in.
No, they're having a phone staying on.
Sir, what kind of income do you enjoy? What kind, do you have a pension?
No, sir. All I get is unemployment. Yeah,
Social Security?
Social Security, and it's $733 a month.
Man. So. So it doesn't sound like you would be able to post a bond, right?
Not this time, no, sir.
You're gonna have to come up with money to get a SoberLink device. I'm gonna give you a $10,000 personal bond. 10,000 personal. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. Attend AANA at least 4 times per week. And you are to be on a SoberLink device by the end of the day. So probation will explain where you have to go for that. Have you been printed on this case? Did you ever go over and get printed? Let me just double check something here. Yes, it looks like you were printed. So we don't need to worry about that. You're gonna go down the hall, you're gonna get your notices. You're gonna fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer. Then you're going to go over to probation, where they'll explain where you have to get the SoberLink device. And then you have to go get the SoberLink device. Do you understand that? So somebody's gonna have to drive you if you don't have a valid license. I don't know what the current status of his license is. I didn't check. But that's where we are with it, okay? Do you understand everything?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you'll be in Judge Hessen when you return. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice day, Your Honor.
You too. Real quickly, I'm gonna take Dewan Henry Douglas, 26W841204. Mr. Jadala, your appearance.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Douglas.
All right, so they're gonna plead, there's gonna be a plea to impeding traffic. And the improper tow will be dismissed. True, counsel?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, you're authorized to enter this plea on behalf of the company?
I am, Your Honor.
On behalf of the defendant, I should say.
Yes, Judge.
Do that charge impeding responsible or not responsible?
Having the authority to do so, we take responsible, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna accept the plea, $210. I'm gonna dismiss the original charge, defendant to pay by the 11th, okay?
Thank you,
Have a
Judge.
good day. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Hunter
Same to
Smith,
you, Mr.
Ebonique Allen Hunter Smith. 2W829943A and B. So I have a resist and obstruct. And can you straighten that? There you go. Straighten that out. Thank you. Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Marissa Boyles, P8643, on behalf of Ms. Hunter Smith.
So I have here an attempted R&O, and then we also have the drunk driving that was reduced operating while impaired. Your name, ma'am? All right, so we're glad to take her. I'm glad to take her in a sobriety court. You gonna be able to do this?
Yes.
Why didn't you would you come in the mornings or the afternoons to status review? To status review hearings? Do you come in the morning?
In the morning, yes.
Why weren't you there this morning?
Was it supposed to be this student?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to come in the afternoon. I'm just telling you, okay?
Okay.
All right, counsel, have you had a chance to review this report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
We have reviewed it, Your Honor. No additions, deletions, or corrections to the report.
All right, anything at all that you would like to say on her behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll just note that she's been doing extremely well since you last saw her. She is 39 years old, employed. Her husband's here in the courtroom supporting her today. All of her tests have been coming back negative. She's been attending AA. She also enrolled in substance abuse treatment as well. So with all that being said, Your Honor, she's ready to embrace the sobriety court program, comply with all of the requirements, and move forward at this time. So I would just ask you sentence her to sobriety court with any possible jail held in abeyance. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, anything that you would like to say?
That I think that I'll be able to complete sobriety report with no problems. And I don't ever want to get in trouble.
Your attitude's changed over time. Right?
Yes.
You know, I never wanted to scare you. I wanted you to understand your conduct and the way you talked to that officer was inappropriate. But I'm gonna be glad to take you in here. And I'm gonna run these terms concurrent on both the impaired and the attempt R&O, except obviously there's greater penalties on the attempt R&O. 2 years probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You do have to report to probation as directed. No marijuana, no alcohol, no illegal controlled substances. You're not to go to any place that sells or dispenses alcohol as its primary source of business. I'm talking about like a bar or any place where drugs are being used or consumed. You're to submit to chemical testing on demand of probation department. You're to pay all costs, but we're going to pay for your testing going forward. As long as you test negative every time, we're going to pay for your SoberLink. We're going to pay for your chemical testing as long as you test every time and you test negative every time. You're to complete an additional 60 days on the SoberLink device. Again, we'll get that switched into your name. You're to attend AANA, and when I say that, I mean, we'll get it switched where it's going to be on our dime. You're to attend 12-step meetings 3 times per week and provide written proof. You're to obtain an AANA sponsor. You're to attend all substance abuse treatment at a facility approved by probation. You're to attend the Victims Impact Panel. You're to attend the Armed Specialty Program. You're to report to sobriety court status review hearings with me every 2 weeks. You're to obtain and maintain employment with proof provided to the probation department. Now, just bear with me 1 second.
Thanks.
I'm going to have you serve 11 days jail credit 1, but I'm going to give you, you're not going to have to go to jail. So you're going to serve 5 days on the court work program and 5 days of community service. So 40 hours community service plus 5 days on the court work program. You're going to pay, oh, what's wrong?
I said, thank you.
You're going to pay $175 in court work program fees, and I'm going to give you all the way until June the 10th to complete your community service on this case, okay? So 5 days court work, 5 days community service. In terms of fines and costs, you're going to pay fines $200, costs $200. I'm going to do the best I can because there's a lot of fees involved. 75 victim rights, $50 justice assessment. That's $5.25. Screening fees 60 for $585. Probation fees are $480 for $1,065, and then you have sobriety court fees of $360 for a total of $1,425. Plus, you have your court work program fees. Your total here amounts to $1,600. If you violate, your probation could be revoked, you could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I'm going to now just indicate that counts 1 and 2 run concurrent. And so all terms are going to run concurrent with this, okay? If you violate on count 1, you could get 365 days. That's the attempted R&O. If you violate you could get a year, and then on count 2, you could get possibility of 93 days if you violate. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. And on count 1, I'm simply going to go fines 100, costs 100, 75 victims' rights fee, and $50 justice assessment. So I'm only going to fine you 3.25 on that, okay? And again, that will be or 365 days. If you violate any of the terms and conditions I outlined, again, if you violate on the drunk driving, the impaired driving, I should say 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. You'll meet the probation. I look forward to getting to know you, Ms. Hunter Smith. You're gonna change your life dramatically going through this. Do you have all this money to pay, or do you need some time?
Got it. Have a good one.
How much do you have today?
300,
How much?
300 today.
Okay, and then you have the bond of 300 too. So here's what I'm going to have you do. Uh, I'm gonna have you pay. Heather, we're gonna have her pay now the 3 1/4. That's on, the attempt to R&O. She's gonna pay that now. And then she's gonna pay $275 on count 2. Pay $275 on count 2. And then how much can you pay weekly or bi-weekly?
100, I think.
You sure?
Yeah.
Then $100 weekly, beginning February the 27th. Okay? You'll meet with probation. We'll get you straightened out. I wish you well. Good luck.
Thanks.
But you have to come this afternoon, though. You understand that, right? All right. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Nice to have you here, counsel. Hi. What my?
Yeah, Mr. Buhanas,
I know. I got everybody's here. I mean, I going as quick as I can. You know what, Mr. Bulahanis, I need to take 5 minutes, okay? I'd sobriety court. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be back here, okay? Everybody stay seated. Thank you. Stay seated, please. Second. All right. Ryan Patrick Massachusetts, 25F244592.
Ready, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning. Greg Bulahanis, P3641, on behalf of Mr. Massachusetts.
Sir, your name?
Ryan Patrick Majewski.
All right. So your client pled, this is a second offense.
Yes.
He pled to operating while impaired. He agreed to go into sobriety court. Have you had a chance to review the screening and assessment with him? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Yes, I have, and there are none.
Okay, anything that you would like to say?
Just briefly, Your Honor, my client, has been compliant since he started. In addition, he has a sponsor with AA.
Good.
And, he's looking forward to utilizing the tools that the sobriety court will afford him to make a life choice difference
Good.
in remaining sober. And so, this is a case of not only, it's for his health as well. I'm sure you read it.
Right.
PSI, there's some heart issues.
Right.
And this could really, continuing, this path could result in his, death, basically.
Okay, good. Anything you would like to say, sir?
I'd like to thank you, Judge, for the opportunity to do this. I've already noticed the noticeable difference in communication with people, relationships with people, and within myself. So I'm looking forward to going forward in this program and being successful with it.
Good deal. I'm glad to take you. 2 years probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must immediately notify the probation department. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're not to go to any place where alcohol is sold as its primary or dispensed as its primary source of business. You're not to go any place where drugs are being dispensed. I mean, I'm not saying you can't go into a pharmacy, but if there's a party where people are using drugs, you're not to be there, okay? No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, like I said. Also, Schmidt's chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs, those will all be on our grant now, as long as you show every time and you test negative every time. Your Schmidt chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs, you're to complete 60 more days on the sober link. We'll get that switched over to us now, to our grant. We'll do that today. You're to attend AA, NA 3 times a week and provide written proof of attendance. You're to obtain an AA, NA sponsor. Your lawyer said you already did that. That's great. Attend all substance abuse treatment at facility approved by probation. Attend the Victims Impact Panel, the ARM program. Report to sobriety court status review hearings with me every 2 weeks. So I guess you're coming this afternoon, right?
Yes, I've been through the last two as well.
Okay, and you're to obtain and maintain employment with proof provided to probation. I'm going to order, you're doing really good. 2 days, 5 days jail, credit 1. I'll let you serve those as follows. 2 days on the court work program and 2 days of community service. So I'm gonna go light on you because you've done really well here. There's $35 a day charge for the court work program. The community service I want you to have completed by April the 20th. I'll give you a little extra time on that. In terms of fines and costs, you're going to pay fines of $200, costs of $200, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. I don't remember, was there a cost of recovery on this? It was, I believe. Was this a breathalyzer or a blood test?
Breathalyzer.
Yeah, so I'm going to give them $150 cost of recovery, 200 fines, 200 costs. 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs of $5.25. Cost of recovery is $150 for $675. You're to pay a $60 screening fee for 735. You're to pay, 480 in probation fees for a total of 1215, and you have, $360 in sobriety court fees. So your total here amounts to $1,575. If you violate, you could be required to serve 90 days in jail, 93 days in jail. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for the court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand all of that? So I ordered a mobilization. He's going to be eligible from 45 days from now to get his restricted license, okay? You have 21 days to appeal, like I said, and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. Can he pay all of this today? So you're going to pay this now. You'll meet with probation. I really look forward to getting to know you, and I hope this works out. I really do.
Judge,
Yeah.
can I just, did you add the court work program in there? I'm just getting
Yeah,
a
I
different
might not
total.
have. Hang on, my mistake. I might not have. Let me see. I thought I forgot something, Heather. Thanks for catching that. 2, 4, 5, 50, 950, 1030, 1330, 1390, 1465, 1525. No, I did not add those in. Was I right on the 1575?
That, but then plus the 70 for court work program, I had the 1645 with everything.
45 is the total, okay? And you are all set.
Thank you.
You'll meet with probation. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
And I'll see you this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
All right, good enough. Thank you.
You want to go pay first, correct?
Yeah, he can go down and pay and then come back to probation.
Thank you.
Secon, Kenwal Secon, 25W36120. Good morning, ma'am. Your name? I'm gonna get you out of here real quick. What was your name? Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to affirm or depend on the perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you God. You swear to tell the truth?
Yes.
All right, since you were in court when I sentenced you, you've been arrested. That was on March 19th of 25. You've been arrested? Do you have any other cases pending? Any contact with the police? Congratulations, I'm dismissing your case. I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you. You too. Vanderhoff, Liliana Marie Vanderhoof, 26W84115 and B. Come on. How you doing? I'm gonna cover this real quick with you, okay? State your name. All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding traffic? And they're going to dismiss the suspend, right?
Yes.
Wow, should have been a lawyer. Did a good job negotiating. All right, to the charge of, so I'm going to dismiss the speed and the suspend, and you're going to end up with a civil infraction, true?
Yes.
And that's 0 points, and it won't go on your record. You understand that? To that charge, impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
What do you do for a living?
I'm meant to.
Should have gone to law school. Fines costs of $160, okay? You go down the hall and pay that. I'm dismissing the suspend, dismissing the speed. Thank you. McNally. Which one do you have?
Alansi, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Alansi, ALANSI.
All right, let me see if I can pull that.
W8, I appreciate you, Your Honor.
Jeez. Do I have that file, Jen?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Alansi, Will, Mohammed Alansi, 25W8388113A and B.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Joseph Alonso, on behalf of Wael Alansi, approaching the podium, standing just to my right. Mr. Alansi, please state your name for the record.
Wow, Alansi.
Date and time set for a show cause on one. I think it's in charge as A and B. And there is a DWLS, and we're asking for an adjournment.
Why didn't he show up in December?
Your Honor, as you can see, he had a motorcycle accident. First, he was recovering from one back in 2023, where all these piled up. Additionally, he got into another one in January.
All right,
last
so
month.
he's entering a not guilty plea, right?
That's correct.
$500 personal bond. I'm indicating he stands mute, waives formal reading.
That's
And
correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a pretrial date, $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I mean, I don't mind giving him 4 weeks. We'll do 4 weeks,
I think
okay?
that'd be good. If March 9th week is available, Your Honor, if exactly 4 weeks, I have a jury trial. So if we could do 5 weeks, it'd be.
I can't do that. The Woodhaven's only here so often. What do you have? What dates do you have here, Heather?
After the 4-week mark, we would have them on March 18th.
Yeah, I don't want to go that long.
What's the 4-week mark exactly?
What's
March 4th.
March 4th?
I can do the 4th, Your Honor.
March 4th at 8:30, okay?
Don't want to put the court in pickle.
No, that's okay. March 4th at 8:30. You go down the hall, get your notice, and you're all set.
Your Honor, Mr. Lenzi's got a smoke shop located in Ohio. Can you leave to go to work?
Yeah, he can leave for employment purposes to go to Ohio, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you go anywhere else other than Ohio? Okay, that's it, Your Honor.
Okay, so you can leave the state without consent for employment.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you. Have a good day. Thanks,
Nice
John.
to see you.
You too.
Appreciate
Take
it.
care. Thanks. McNamara, Brian, what do you have?
Your Honor, Ms. Moran, who's on Zoom, so now.
Do you have, I don't even have the file. Moran?
That's John.
Okay. All right, let's call Moran here. People against Moran, Carrie Ruth Moran. File 16W8100025.
Good afternoon, Ron. Good morning, Ron. Myself, for representing Ms. Moran.
Ms. Moran, your name?
Carrie
Ms.
Ruth Moran.
She's the one that has all the medical issues.
Yes, Your Honor, she's bedridden.
Go get the prosecutor.
Thank you.
How do you support, I'm sorry, go ahead. Where's McNamara at? Is he here?
Right here, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll be next. You'll be next. My apologies. I got just a lot going on here. All kinds of sobriety court sentencings today and
Understood.
good morning, Mr. Urick. How are you? Your appearance?
William Urick, on behalf of the good people of Woodhaven.
The good people of Woodhaven. I like that. Let me ask you a question. What did she allegedly steal?
I would have to refresh
Let me look. Yeah, she did take $397 at a Myers. You ever been in trouble before, Ms. Moran?
No.
I don't want to get involved in this, but I'm not sure you don't want to just wash this one. She's got no money. She's got medical issues. The case is 9 years old. She hasn't been in trouble since. I try to not stick my nose in, but sometimes I can't help myself.
No, it is a very empathetic list of, I don't want to violate HIPAA, but she's had a lot of change.
I know. So you want to do that or you want me to take the plea?
If the court has no issue with the people moving for a non-proceed, we need to do something.
Go get a stip and fill it out to that effect and she'll wait here.
No objection.
Yeah, I'll wait right here. Ms. Moran, you don't want to make me look bad, do you?
No.
I mean, I'm gonna go out of my way here for you if you understood what I just did.
Yes.
Okay, but don't make me look bad, Okay, if you go out and do this again, they're gonna have my picture in the front page of the local newspaper saying the judge is a bum. He let her go and I mean it.
I
Okay?
promised you, yes.
All right, so let him write this up. I don't see any reason to pile on. I know you got several medical issues and I know that you're not wealthy at all, so let's let this go, but you gotta stay out of trouble, please, okay? They could have charged you, ma'am, with a 1-year misdemeanor here. You understand?
Yes.
So just bear with me. He's writing it up.
Want to recall the matter?
Nah, he'll write it up quick. I don't want to make you go back and forth here.
I'm sure the client's ready to go. You're ready.
Well, I'm gonna take Mr. Nichols next, and then I'll go on to whatever you have. So if you got another one to attend to, Mr. Crawford, you can go work on that,
Stay right.
and we'll go from there, okay? Just give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere, though. Mr. Yurik's gonna write that up. All right, that's it. Come on up here. Thank you very much. You're moving to dismiss, right?
We are.
Case dismissed, ma'am. Good luck to you. I wish you well.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, now I wish you well with your health too, okay?
Your Honor,
Thank
just to be
you.
clear, since got that civil default.
Wait a minute. Slow down. I gotta slow down. I'll tell you what, I'll waive the fines on this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm gonna waive the fines on this.
Thank you.
Fines and costs waived. Yeah, I know. Good luck to you, Ms. Moran. You're
Thank
all
you,
set.
Judge.
Your business is over with us. Have a great day. Stay healthy,
You
please.
too.
Good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Brian Thomas McNamara.
Good morning.
25W840-924.
Good morning, Judge McNally, Edward Nyko, P42017, on behalf of Brian McNamara, who's present.
All
me.
right. Sir, your name?
Brian T. McNamara.
All right, so he's going to plead to fair to stop assured clear distance. There would not be any restitution involved here because even if he failed to report the accident, that had nothing to do with the damage sustained anyway. So I'm not going to notify the victim. Sir, do you understand if you plead responsible to this, that this is a 2-point civil infraction? But I'll dismiss the misdemeanor charge of failure to report a property damage accident.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. To that charge of failure to stop assured clear distance, do you plead responsible or not responsible?
I plead responsible.
Okay, I'm going to accept the plea. I'm going to dismiss the failure to report. 195 is your total. Can he pay that today, Mr. Nichol, or does he need
Yes.
time?
No, he can
Okay.
pay it today. We'll use the
Have a-
court's e-pay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye now.
Guy Neely. Janaya Amani Arian Guy Neely, 25W839-839A.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing Mrs. G. Lee, Dam Station Manager.
Janaya,
Full names.
Janaya Janelle.
What's going on? What do you got on there? You got patches? You a racing fan or something?
No, just that.
No, I mean, it just looks like they're racing patches, doesn't it, or not? Don't they say racing on there?
Oh,
You're Jay.
yeah.
All right, whatever. It's okay. It's at any rate, counsel, have you reviewed the report with her? By the way, for the record, she pled guilty as charged to operating while intoxicated. And I believe she also pled to the added to no valid operator's license on her person, right?
Allowing unlicensed person to drive out who's with.
I wrote down no ops. Yeah. Yeah. I wrote down no ops and I wrote down operating while intoxicated.
Then I stand corrected, Judge.
That's all right. What would you like to say? Have you reviewed the report with her? Did she take care of that warrant out of, the 25th?
We'll take care of that more, man.
No,
Why?
because I've been paying on the device, so I didn't have a way to go up there.
Say that again?
She didn't have any money left after she was paying for the sober lane. She hasn't been able to afford to get it to address the bond required.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
But she understands, Your Honor, if the court accepts this recommendation, she'll have just 45 days to get these things.
I'm not even gonna give her that.
Oh, my.
What do you have to say? Is everything else in the report accurate?
It is accurate, Your Honor. My client feels as though the recommendation is reasonable. When I support it from the adopted as presented, she will comply.
I don't know if I need 2 years probation. I mean, she hasn't been convicted of the other one.
Thank you.
Ma'am, would you like to say anything?
No, Your Honor, I'm looking forward to getting close to him.
Getting close to me?
Yeah, finishing the program by getting close to doing my best.
Yeah, moving on.
I've never quite had anybody put it that way.
Yes, that's different.
You're fine, relax.
Sorry.
You're just relax. 18 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance if you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number. You must notify probation. You must report as directed. I don't know. I mean, I know she's got this warrant. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs of any kind, ma'am. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol, marijuana, or go to any place that primarily engages in the sale of marijuana or alcohol. You are to remain on your sober link. Remain on sober link. Until April the 5th of 26. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ATGs. And I expect you to show every time. I'm gonna make it weekly for 2 months. If you're clean, I'll make it bi-weekly for 2 months. If you're clean, then it will revert to monthly. You understand that?
Yes.
If you miss a test, I'm gonna consider that I'm gonna assume you were using, that would invalidate that. So I'm gonna give you a sliding scale. But you have to show up. Kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. She's been going to AA. Let me see it.
Your Honor, my client has been doing.
Has?
She has.
Well, good. Good. Let's see it.
However, she forgot to bring in her sign. She does have some documentation that they provide when she's in attendance.
Ma'am, you're not going to be one of these forgetters, are you?
No, it's just when I'm on night shift, we can't bring anything on the line. I just did 12 hours from 6 to.
What she got there?
So these are the documents from
Yeah, and then
from the AA meetings that we had to kind of give her the hours that she showed up. So it's some evidence that she had been going to AA.
You got to go
I
3 times a week?
go to them.
Well, I thought I told you 3 times. Why'd you change my order?
Oh, I didn't. I just don't be having no waste.
I can't hear you.
I said I didn't. I just don't be having no waste sometimes. The one that I go to is in Lincoln Park down to the.
You got to go 3 times a week. I don't care where you go. 3 times until you're an outpatient. 10 to AA, 3 times a week until an outpatient treatment. Once you get in an outpatient, you no longer have to attend AA or NA. You're to attend the Victims Impact Panel. That's one night put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You're to pay fines in the amount of $300. Costs in the amount of $225. $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. Fines and costs here amount to $650. Screening fee is $60 for 710. Probation fees are $360 for a total of $1,070. You're also gonna have attorney fees of 40, that's 1115. And then I am going to order 4 days jail credit, 1 serve, 3, I'll let you serve those on the court work program. So 3 days on the court work program, there's a $35 a day charge for that, bringing your total to $1,220. You are to remain on the sober link until April 5th. Defendant to clear all warrants. I don't want to hear this. You working at, you're working, you got a good job, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
Champions LLC in Boston.
She said here, reports she is a student and no income.
You work there part-time, correct?
Yes, that's part-time.
So,
Defendant declare all warrants by March the 1st. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna have to see the Piper. You got it?
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes.
I hope so. All right, now you'll meet with probation. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, and also you do have to obtain and maintain employment and provide proof. Okay? Did she pay all this today? No. How much did you pay today?
Your Honor, we propose the following payment arrangement. She can pay $150 today. She'd like to pay $150 every 2 weeks, starting February the 9th.
Okay. $150 bi-weekly, and I'll tell you what, I won't start it until February the 27th for you, okay? But if you can pay ahead of that, that's good. I forgot to fine her on the other case, the no ops. I'm just gonna go 25 fines, 25 costs, 75 victim charge fee, $50 justice assessment, 170 or 30 days. So what I will have you do is you can pay this one. Can she pay this one on February 9th?
You're
It's 175.
Yeah, she'll be able to pay 170.
You pay that by February the 9th, the no ops. That's file B, okay? I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you very much. Johnny Luke Thornberry. She'll meet with probation. Johnny Luke Thornsberry, 25W839-358.
Good morning, Michael Crawford. Mr. Thornberry is opposed, sir.
Your name, sir?
Johnny Luke Thornberry.
I'm a little concerned about this. He was positive for cocaine the other day.
You know, client freely admits that he is still struggling and that he did fail. But he continues to work on his sobriety in the meantime.
He was positive on January 26th and February 2nd. Yep. Why am I gonna take it under 7411 if he's not gonna be able to abstain?
Well, I don't know that it's fair to say that he won't be able to, but he's struggling. He admits he needs some help. And he believes that with the support of the court, his sentence and the efforts he's making right now, that he will be able to stay on track. He made a bad decision. He is struggling.
This isn't good, Mr. Thornsberry. Counsel, have you had a chance to review this report? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions? Plus, he went out and got another felon in possession of narcotics as a felony out of Lincoln Park. Well, it says for the charges of felony possession of narcotics. So I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know what they charged, but it says felony.
I've had the opportunity to review this recommendation as a client. There are no material additions or deletions. My client believes this recommendation is more than fair and something that he can comply with. He will comply with and intends to. He's looking forward to getting some more help, some more support, and getting on the other side of this, keeping this behind him as he fights the rest of his life.
I'll tell you, you're going to have to get off of this, or you and I are not going to get along.
Yes, sir.
Let me see his AA attendance.
That yes, we're going faithfully.
Nah, you don't have to show it. You can take that. Yeah, I'll trust you.
Thank
You have, has he been going 3 times a week?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, is there anything that you'd like to say, sir? Anything else? All right. Fifteen months probation. I'll take it under 7411. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court of violating any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No marijuana, no alcohol, no illegal drugs. You're not to go to any place where alcohol or drugs are the primary source of that business. Or like a party. You're not going to that either. Chemical testing, PBTs, and kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. I'm going to submit chemical testing, PBTs, and ATGs weekly for 4 months. If you're clean, I'll make it bi-weekly for the rest of probation. You're to attend AA 3 times a week until you get into intensive outpatient treatment. You have to go to outpatient treatment. You're intensive outpatient treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to attend that, complete that. Again, once you get into intensive outpatient, you no longer have to go to AA or NA. 4 days jail credit 1, serve 3. I'm going to let you serve those on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that. That's a total of $105 in court work program fees. In terms of fines and costs, 100 fines, 150 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, $375 plus probation fees of $3 for $675, screening fees $60 for $735. You have $105 in court work program fees for a total of $840, and then $40 in attorney fees. You pay the $880. You stay out of trouble. And I'll be glad to dismiss this case in 14 and a half months or thereabouts. So is my math correct on this one, I hope, Heather?
I am checking right now, Judge. I think because I think I added.
55,
What
96,
was your
50,
total?
75. 880.
Yep, that's what I got, Judge. We're good.
All right, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna give you a review hearing date. You're gonna meet with probation. How much can you pay today?
My client just got a rehab, doesn't have anything today, but what he does propose, Your Honor, is he can give you $80 tomorrow, and he can pay $75 a week starting February 13th.
I'll just start. You want to pay tomorrow, you can, but I'm going to put you on $75 a week beginning February 13th. If you ever need more time, all you have to do is tell me, call the court. I'll give you an extension. I'll be glad to talk to you on Zoom, and we will go from there, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, and you'll meet with
Judge,
probation.
Do you want
Yeah.
the review date?
Oh, hang on, guys. I need the review hearing date. My mistake. Thank you.
It's 15 months, so that puts us to May. So we can do May 5th.
May 5th at 27 at 8:30 in the morning will be your review hearing date, and they're going to give you a notice down the hall, okay? Good luck, Mr. Thornsberry. You'll meet with probation. Thank you. Jeez, I had Paul Edward Fortuna. 25W840-237.
Lawyer, Joe Hall, representing Mr. Fortuna, who's approaching.
Paul Edward Fortuna.
All right, your client pled guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired. The OWI was dismissed. Have you had a chance to review the report with him, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I have had the opportunity to review the report with my client, Your Honor. There are no material additions or deletions that we would ask. he believes that the recommendation is fair and something you could apply with you. He asked the court to adopt the recommendation as presented to the court.
Anything you'd like to say, sir?
No, Your Honor.
12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. You're still working at Champions. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not the frequent places where alcohol is sold or dispensed. You can continue your employment at Champions, but I don't want you being in there more than 5 minutes after your shift ends or getting there more than 5 minutes before your shift starts. Submit the chemical testing, PBTs and ATGs. I'm going to make that monthly testing. Kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. I want you to go to AANA at least once a week. I'm going to order outpatient treatment. If you get in outpatient treatment today, as an example, you don't have to go to AANA. So once you get in outpatient, you no longer have to go to AA or NA. So it's AANA once a week until an outpatient, attend outpatient. Once you start outpatient, you no longer have to go to AA or NA. You're also to attend the Victims Impact Panel. You are to serve 3 days jail, credit 1, serve 2, and I will let you serve that by way of community service. So 2 days of community service. I'm going to give you until March the 20th to complete that. So you have 16 hours of community service to complete. Fines $300, cost $250, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessments. Fines and costs are $675, screening fees $60 for $735, probation fees are $240 for $975. Cost of recovery is $150 for a total of $11.25, and I'm also going to charge you attorney fees of $40 for $1165. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal if you cannot afford one. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'm going light. Don't give me reason to get tough on you. You got it? Can you pay all this?
No, Your Honor, but what we would propose is that he pay $75 today, he pay $100 a week starting February the 18th.
That's what we'll do. 75 now, $100 per week beginning February 18th. You will speak to probation today, okay? Best of luck. Kevin Prince. Kevin, Jerron Daryl Prince, 25B 726-159. I'm really concerned about this one.
Your Honor, Mike Hill, Crawford.
I don't know what I'm going to do with Mr. Prince. Your name? Counsel, I'm really troubled by this. He was in front of me on February the 16th. He pled guilty to a bond violation, a failure to violation of the bond.
January 16th, Your Honor.
No, I'm sorry, December 16th.
December, oh.
My apologies. So on December 10th, he was in front of me. I swore out a bond violation. He wasn't in front of me on the 10th. Forgive me. I swore out a bond violation. And it was for consuming alcohol. He came in front of me on the 16th. He pled guilty to the bond violation, and I told him to go test that day, and he did not test on that day. Why?
I didn't consume alcohol that day. It was marijuana.
I told you to go and test that day. Hang on. I told you to go and test that day, and you just blew off the order. And now I'm supposed to take you in this program?
Your Honor, that day we discussed that Bill trying to go over there after the court and it was closed. Then I went to work and I came back and like I stepped out of training. We discussed this and I showed you evidence and the setting.
Who discussed this?
You were my probation officer at the time.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You haven't been in front of me since the 16th. I ordered you to go and test that day.
That was the day I showed you the pictures of the train. I've been going ever since.
So we'd come back, Your Honor, on that bond violation. We had brought in the evidence that we had about how we instructed them to getting back timely. About training, we talked with the probation department. They also testified that they received notice from my client that there was an issue, and that's what stopped him from testing that same day. But as he mentioned, Your Honor, he has been testing ever since, and he hasn't had any problem. But we did discuss this with the court. We thought we were beyond that here today.
I didn't even. Have you been representing throughout?
Once we began discussing, I remember I had represented him a couple times prior, and I do remember that particular hearing where we went over this.
Is that like in early January?
No, I think it was more like December, but in December. Yes. Yep.
I don't know what happened on this. I'm gonna have to check into this.
Sure, Your Honor.
I sure didn't make very good notes. John Cole, let me double check something here.
Your Honor, when he appeared that day on that bond violation, he had emails with him that he communicated with probation, explaining what was.
Tell Beth I need her on this one.
Might have looked at him.
Why don't you have a seat? 1 second, right behind you there. Tell Beth I'm gonna need her on that, please. Ushanda Burrell, Collins, 26W841180. Counsel, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Marissa Voiles, P86438 on behalf of Ms. Cullens.
Where are you, in the parking lot?
Yes.
You're gonna plead to impeding on this?
Yes.
To that charge, and you're authorized to enter this plea on behalf of the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. I do have authority on her behalf and she'd be entering a plea responsible.
All right, I'll accept the plea. She needs to kind of, I guess it's not too bad. All right. $160. Please accept it. Speed's dismissed. I'll give her until the 11th to pay, okay?
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great day. Thank you.
You too.
Bagaya. Eric Tarenti Bagaya Jr. Where's this one at? I don't even have, do we have the officer here from Flat Rock?
Bringing him in right now. Wait.
All right, this is Eric Tarenti Bagaya Jr., 26F262289. Officer, your name?
Officer Griffin Jarmo.
Is that your signature on the bottom of the complaint, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirmative penalties of perjury, the testimony you've given these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do.
Can you tell me a little bit about what happened?
Yes, Your Honor. On 2/2/26 at approximately 20:57 hours, Officer Denson was dispatched to 28120 Walnut Creek Drive for a possible assault that took place. Denson arrived on scene and observed a white male standing in front of the residence, later identified as Eric Tarenti Bagoya Jr. Bagoya stated that he was the caller and he is ready to go to jail. Bagoya stated that he pushed his ex-girlfriend, Emily Grace Denoyer. Bagoya stated that he had been drinking and him and Denoyer began to have a verbal altercation inside of the residence in the living room. Bagoya stated during the altercation, Bagoya pushed Denoyer with both hands in her shoulder, causing her to stumble back. Denson asked Bagoya what the altercation was about. Bagoya stated he did not remember. Denson made contact with Denoyer, who was inside of the residence. Denoyer stated that her and Bagoya were having a verbal altercation about Bagoya being at the residence. Denoyer stated that she told Bagoya to leave multiple times and started to walk Begoya to the door to leave. While she was trying to walk Begoya to the door, he pushed Denoyer in her shoulders and then grabbed her left arm. Denson asked Denoyer if Begoya lived at the residence. Denoyer stated no. Denson asked if the two small children were in the residence during the incident. Denoyer stated yes. Denoyer stated that both listed children are in common with Begoya. Denoyer also stated that her and Begoya dated for 3 years, but have been broken up for a year. Denson asked Denoyer if she would like to pursue charges, and Denoyer stated yes.
Based on your sworn testimony, I find there's probable cause to believe a crime of domestic violence was committed and that the defendant, Eric Begoya, committed that crime, Begoya Jr. I'm going to go ahead and authorize the issuance. I'll note that you signed the complaint. There's a summons presented. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. And Mr. Nienhouse, your name?
Patrick Nienhuis, P76343 on behalf of the defendant.
All right, sir, your name?
Eric Bubble Jr.
And this all happened, officer, correct, at 28120 Walnut Creek Drive, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, for purposes of arraignment on this, how does he wish to proceed?
Judge, we ask that you waive the formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty on Mr. Begoya's behalf.
I will enter in a guilty plea. Has he been fingerprinted? He has, correct, officer?
I believe so, yes, Your Honor.
Were you fingerprinted?
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like he was. All right, so for purposes of arraignment, how does he wish to proceed, counsel?
Judge, he wants to waive the formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf and then set this for a pretrial with the city attorney.
I will do this. Let me ask you a question. We can give you an early pretrial date. I don't want him seeing Ms. Denoyer right now, and I'm hoping you and the prosecutor can talk before the court date if it's going to be to effectuate visitation or not. But right now, I'm not going to. In other words, I'm in order no contact with Emily Denoyer or prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. Sir, you cannot leave the state. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You're not to enter the property address at 28120 Walnut Creek Drive in Flat Rock. I'll give you an early pretrial date. And the victim is not here, so I'd like to hear from her at some point. I think, I'm inclined to allow him to go to the property or exchange visitation, exchange the child so that they could have contact for that purpose. But I'm going to let you and the prosecutor work that out. Give me an early date if you would, Heather.
Is there one on the front there, Judge?
I'm sorry.
Sure. No,
Can you make it here on the 5th, counsel, tomorrow?
Judge, I could do in the afternoon on the 5th, probably like 1:30.
They're not going to be here that long. I'll make it February 19th at 10:45. The only reason I wanted to do it tomorrow is I wanted to see if we could take care of this issue of visitation. But they're, it's just a morning docket typically, and I don't want to make the prosecutor wait either. That's not
Of
fair
course,
to him.
Judge, if I could sign on Zoom, I could do it tomorrow.
I'll let you appear by Zoom. Under these circumstances. We'll make it. You can be here at 11 o'clock by Zoom?
I could say I could probably be there at 9:30 by Zoom. At 11 o'clock, I have a status conference in Flint with Judge Kumar.
That's fine. We'll make it at 9:30. Usually I require the defendant to be with their lawyer if the lawyer's not here, but I'll make this exception. You show up here tomorrow. Okay, sir? Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Prince.
Okay, thank you, Judge. We'll see you tomorrow at 9:30.
9:30, sir. February 5th at 9:30.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you. All right, thanks, officer. Kevin Prince, again, I'm lost on this one. 25B726159. Your name?
Classification, Your Honor.
Your name?
Representative Mr. Prince.
Your name?
Kevin Prince.
So I don't know what happened on this, but it looks like another show cause was issued. So he was in front of me on a bond violation, was sworn out by Ms. Tassino on the 10th. And it looks like it was for being positive for THC, not alcohol. And then I found him guilty of a violation of bond on December 16th. And I ordered him to test that day. And then I'm told that we had a hearing by Mr. Crawford, I think, where the gentleman was stopped because of the trains. He took pictures. But then on the 22nd, she swore out a new violation saying he didn't appear for testing as ordered on December 16th. And I was going to hold a hearing on January 7th, which was the same day as the sentencing. We came here on the 7th, and I don't know if I ever held a hearing or not, but I was concerned because I didn't even know this gentleman. I thought this was Judge Hessen's case. He's got a 461 on the breathalyzer. So, for the blood draw. So I want to know what kind of notes you can decipher there.
Yes, Your Honor. So, in Emily's, file, you are correct as far as the flow. He was violated for being positive THC during bond. You ordered him to go for that testing on the 16th. He did not go. At the last hearing on January 7th, we were prepared to sentence him into sobriety court that day, but Emily had put Judge Hessen's name on the screening report. You thought that it was Judge Hessen's based on that information. Because he had been on bond for such a short time and under bond violation, then you scheduled sentencing to today.
So I don't need to address.
I don't believe there was a finding on the 7th because you felt that the case was Judge Hessen's. So I don't believe you held the bond violation hearing or sentencing.
Is that straight, Bill?
There wasn't a sentencing, but we had the fullest discussion we could. It was essentially the hearing, if we didn't formally call it that. Everybody testified. He testified as to what happened. You thoroughly wanted to hear it. I asked him some questions. And
then I said I was not going to proceed with the bond violation.
Yeah, I think because of the Hessen.
Are you prepared to do this? Do you know that this is like top 2 highest breathalyzer blood draws I've had in my 32 years as 31st, that's my 32nd year as a judge, and 42 years as a lawyer? You're lucky you're not in a casket somewhere. So I hope you're scared to death. If you're not going to make it. You had a 461.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
I'd love to hear it.
Your Honor, I've been sober since November 7th, willingly, and I came in myself to turn myself in because of the warrants. And since I've been on probation, I've been going to my AAs, testing and everything. And I want to say, due to the probation, it pushed me all the way to be sober. And I appreciate everything this courthouse has done to help me do that.
You had young daughters in the car.
Yes. Yes. And I'm ashamed of that.
You drove like a maniac.
Doing the speed limit, but I was.
The point is that you drove off the road on Allen and crashed into a ditch. The officer observed tire marks north of the vehicle's location stretching back 100 to 150 feet in the snow. They indicated that the vehicle was traveling southbound on Allen, drove off the road to the right south, he says, of Hidden Oaks. The vehicle continued traveling southbound through the ditch, came up onto the north side of the embankment, struck a manhole cover, and then came to a final rest in the location where it was found. So, I mean, this was like, really, you are so fortunate that you didn't die or any of your kids. And this scares the devil out of me. If it doesn't scare you, they should have charged you with OWI 3. You got 2 prior convictions. You got one in 2011 and one in 2022. I don't know who dropped the ball on this one. Maybe they made up their mind. I don't know. But at any rate, He pled guilty to operating under the influence occupant less than 16, which is a 1 year, which I'm fine with. But wow. And I'm going to take you at your word. I see the pictures in here. Your lawyer's a good lawyer. He wouldn't lie to me. But man, I'm worried about this one. I don't know why they didn't charge that. Boy, somebody did drop the ball because they went state. All right, counsel, what would you like to say?
My client already kind of spoke to this a bit. I mean, he feels terrible and ashamed about this. He knows he needs help. He hasn't had control for a while. He's probably able to say he's starting to get his arms around it a little bit, and he's looking forward to being in the program to continue to stay on the right track. He understands he has responsibilities, he has children, he's got what's left of his life left, so he wants things to be better. He genuinely does, and I think anybody who would talk with him would realize that. So he feels terrible about things so far, but he's going to improve. He realizes he needs to change his life. He understands he jeopardized his life at that time and his health moving forward with this level of drinking.
Anything?
Attorney.
I can't not send you to jail today. There's no way I can do it in this case. It's a third offense. You had 6 times the legal limit. You had kids in the car. You drove like a maniac. And I get the fact you just did it because you were intoxicated, not because you were having a joyride. 2 years probation. Listen, there's nothing I can do on this one. There's nothing I can do. I'm not giving him a long time. I'm going to give him credit for what he's done. 2 years probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate the law. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not going to any place that sells or dispenses alcohol as its primary source of business, like a bar. You're not going to a party where there's alcohol or drugs. Submit to chemical testing PBTs and ETGs on demand at probation. You're to submit to chemical testing PBTs and ETGs on demand at probation. Complete an additional 90 days on the SoberLink device. Attend 12-step meetings 3 times a week and provide written proof. Obtain an AANA sponsor. Attend all substance abuse treatment in a facility approved by probation. Attend the Victims Impact Panel. Attend and complete the ARM program. Report to sobriety court status reviews with me every 2 weeks, and obtain and maintain employment with proof provided to probation. So those are so far the terms and conditions here. Also, he has 1 day credit coming. Just give me 1 second, counsel, okay? I'm in order that you pay fines in the amount of $200, costs in the amount of $250, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 5 1/4, screening fee 60 for 585. Probation fees are $480, bringing your total to $1,065. You have $360 in sobriety court fees, bringing your total to $1,425. I'm going to go with attorney fees. I'll still only go 40. That's $1,465. Court work program fees, $175. That brings your total to $1,565, $1,640. I'm going to order 20 days.
Judge, he does also have a $45 suspension fee, just to let you know on that.
Okay, so you'll have to pay that too. 20 days jail credit, 1 served 19. I'm gonna have you serve 9 days jail forthwith, 5 days on the court work program, and 5 days of community service. I'll let you do that, community service. I'm gonna give you all the way to June the 15th to complete your community service. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer if you cannot afford one. If you violate, you could get 1 year. This pains me to do it when I see somebody doing well in bond phase, but I just cannot, under these circumstances, justify not sending you to jail today. Can he pay? He has a bond of 200. How much more can he pay today?
Your Honor, my client was prepared to pay $100 today.
So is the bond in his name? It is, so he's gonna pay $300 today. And then how much can he afford to pay weekly? Well, let's start it.
Your Honor, presuming he has a job and he gets out of jail, you propose to pay $300 a month. I really can't promise that until he gets out. Check.
Okay, let me check something here. Pay $300 today.
Your Honor, my client can pay.
He has a bond.
Oh, okay.
$300 today, 300 per month. I'll start that beginning March. The 25th. Okay? And if at any time you need more time, you tell the court and I'll be glad to give you an extension. You know, if you weren't coming up here to meet the probation, you could tell me and you could call and I'd go on Zoom with you and we'd go from there. I do wish you well, sir. Good luck to you. Thank you.
And Judge, I'm gonna take his sober liquid deactivated for the jail.
Yes. Michael Wells. Michael Lamont Wells, 25W39433.
Good morning, Mayor. Please, it's on before the report on behalf of Michael Wells, from Stevenson and immediate right. Mr. Wells, would you state your name for the record?
Michael Wells.
So this is gonna be a plea to OWI, operating while intoxicated. And they're gonna dismiss the super drunk, right?
That is correct.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Wells?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you do that, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs are all. 6 points would be added to your traffic record. Your license would be suspended or revoked in accordance with your traffic record. You understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the charge operating, this is his third or worse. He's got 2 priors.
I believe so, yes.
To the charge of operating while intoxicated, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Counsel, I want you to know if he doesn't get in sobriety court, he's likely to go to jail.
I'll make every effort that he can to get into sobriety court.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, before I take the plea, I don't want to blindside anybody. If you don't get into sobriety court, you will go to jail on this. I'm not promising that if you get in sobriety court that you won't go to jail. But I'm going to be a lot more understanding than if you don't get into sobriety court. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but I don't want to blindside you or your lawyer. Do you understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm gonna go forth with the plea unless either one of you tell me, no, we don't want to do that. Mr. Polk?
Mr. Wells?
I'm fine with it.
I am as well.
To the charge operating while intoxicated, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle on Allender Vreeland in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne on December 13 at 25 at 12:49 a.m.?
Yes.
Did you drink alcohol prior to that? And if so, what and how much?
Yes, I did. Tequila, about 5 drinks.
All right. And was your ability to operate that motor vehicle significantly and materially affected due to the consumption of the alcohol?
Yes.
In what way? Why were you pulled over by the police?
Over the speed limit.
You were speeding?
Yes.
You think you were doing that at least in part because of your alcohol consumption?
Yes. I'm
And
sure.
did he take a breathalyzer or a blood test, counsel?
Brother,
And do you stipulate that the results were 0.196 and 0.198,
So
and
stipulate.
that was accurate? Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No,
And you're not on probation or parole?
no.
I'll accept your plea to OWI. Dismiss the super drunk. He's been going this.
Yes, he has. I got it right here.
Okay, and he's been going 3 times a week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want to do this sobriety court?
I do. Also, I'm on the Sullivan permit.
I know you are, and that's great. So we're gonna send you over there for sobriety court bond conditions. Where do you work at?
Cleveland Cliffs, formerly Roosevelt. Been there 22 years.
I mean, you seem like a nice man. You gotta use your brains here, guy.
I get it. I agree.
Come on. All right, counsel. I'm gonna be front for sobriety court. We're gonna give you a date about 6 or 7 weeks out, because we're gonna monitor him and see if we're gonna accept him. And if we do, and he does good, that he'll have a chance to prove to me that maybe if there's jail, it's gonna be lighter, for sure, okay? So give me a day, Heather, about 6, 7 weeks out, all right?
It'll be March 18th at 8:30.
Okay, March 18th at 8:30. Is that good with you, Mr. Polk?
It is not, Judge. I started your jury trial.
That's okay. What's another date? It doesn't have to be on a Woodhaven day. There's no accident here or anything.
Do you want it on your sobriety court date, though?
No, that's okay. We don't have to do it then.
Okay, can he, well, if he has a jury trial, he's probably not available the 19th then, correct?
You're not available, right? So you want to just do the
How about the
following week?
25th?
Are you good the 25th?
Yes, I can do it.
You sure?
Yes, I have a trial schedule, but I'm almost confident that trial is not gonna.
March 25th at 8:30. And so you're gonna go down the hall, get your notice, and call over the probation if you would. John's not in here, and tell him I'm sending Mr. Wells over there for sobriety court, okay? All right, that's what we'll do. Nice to see you, Mr. Polk.
As well, Judge Elwood.
Okay, have a good day. Good luck, sir. Thank you. And keep going to AA, okay? Thanks. Richardson Cuevas. I don't know what this is.
Judge, we had never seen one of those before. It was sent in a last minute email. As a request for an interpreter. I was not able to obtain one, so I
Mr.
believe we're just
Cuevas?
gonna have to adjourn it and get us one.
Come here. Who are you? What's your name? Oh, you're the gentleman that needs the interpreter. Well, okay, so we're gonna need an interpreter. But the problem is, when did you send this? You didn't send it till the other day. We need more time. Heather, can you just take him and don't you have something you can play his rights on and tell him we're gonna get an interpreter for the next day, please? Can you do that for the next day?
Yes, Judge.
I'll send the file down. You go down the hall. John, take this gentleman down the hall. He doesn't speak English. And we're gonna take that to Heather. We're gonna get him an interpreter for next time. Thank you. Cicatelli, Nicholas, Andrew, Cicatelli, 25W3996 A, B, and C.
Ready, Your Honor. Good morning, Julian Foot on behalf of Mr. Ciccatelli. Go state your name for the record. Nicholas Ciccatelli.
Okay, so what do I have here? I gotta read this. What is he doing here?
Your Honor, my client's pleading responsible to 2 civil infractions. One is failure to disclose a CPL. That's ticket B. That's charge B on the ticket. And then my client's also pleading responsible to a general civil municipal violation, a civil infraction. Prosecutors dismissing the misdemeanor hindering, obstructing, opposing officer. That's ticket A. And prosecutors also dismissing charge C.
Okay, so he's dismissing A and C. Your client's pleading to a lesser on the A file. And what's that charge? I can't read his writing at all here.
It should be violation of municipal code, civil infraction.
But he's saying misuse of streets or something like that. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know if that's the catch-all for their violation of municipal code.
All right, let me get him in here real quick here. So can you come on in here, Mr. Urick? I have a question for you, please.
Of course, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, so Mr. Cicatelli, you have 3 charges. Resist entering and obstruct an officer, failure to disclose possession of a concealed pistol, which is carries with it a $610 fine, and carrying a concealed pistol while under the influence. I'm going to ask the prosecutor, but it looks like the prosecutor is going to dismiss file C. Your name?
William Urick on behalf of the people of the city of Woodhaven.
I want to make sure I'm understanding this. On file A, that's the misdemeanor. What is he pleading to there? Misuse of streets, it looks like.
Correct. Municipal civil infraction, Your Honor.
I know. Is that what, 11079 or what?
Correct.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
And it's called misuse of.
-40 and 41.
Say that again?
Sections 1-40 and 41 of the Woodhaven Municipal.
All right, so that's what he's playing to on that, misuse of streets, right?
Correct.
And then he's going to plead on B, and that's the failure to disclose possession of a concealed pistol. And then, am I right that you're dismissing the misdemeanor file A and the carrying a concealed pistol while under the influence?
Affirmative, Your Honor.
All right, so he's pleading responsible to an added count on number 1, count 1, and count 2 as charged, and you're dismissing the misdemeanor aspect of count 1 and the count 3, right?
Correct.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're all set. Sir, to the chargement, what is that penalty on the civil infraction, by the way?
I believe it can be up to 500.
Sir, to the charge misuse of streets, whatever in the world that means, how do you plead? Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
And to the charge of failure to disclose possession of a concealed pistol, how do you plead? Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'm going to accept those 2, please. Dismiss count 1, the misdemeanor aspect of count 1, and I'm also going to dismiss count 3. Who are all those people in there with you, Mr. Puda? Are they just there to
That's
learn?
my client's parents, Your Honor.
I see. Okay. All right. He's going to stay out of trouble, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cicatelli, what do you do for a living?
I sell items on eBay.
All right. Use your head a little bit better next time, will you please?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you want to say, Mr. Puda, before I fine him? Anything?
I'm just asking, Your Honor, just to impose, if you could do on the lower end of the fines, and my client, we advise him to be careful going forward. He's not gonna get in any further trouble.
Yeah, you can't be doing this. You can't be doing this. $200 on the file A and $610 on file B. So it's $820. $810, I'm sorry. Can you pay this today or do you need time?
If you can give him 1 week, Your Honor, he can pay it online.
Pay by February the 11th, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pay them both by February 11th. Good luck to you, sir. I wish you well. You should thank your parents for coming with you. That's a good thing. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Glenn Otis Moore Jr., 25W840-793. Counsel, your appearance.
Yes, Attorney Caleb Katz for Mr. Glenn Moore.
Wow, this one took a while to get through, huh? He's going to plead to, and you've been waiting out there. I'm sorry. I don't know. We just got busy today. A bunch of sentencings. You're authorized to enter this plea to impeding on his behalf?
Yes, sir. We'd enter responsible, and I don't mean to be in a rush. I got a concurring felony going on. Sorry.
You got what?
A concurring arraignment for a felony.
To that charge, impeding, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, please.
Please accepted, speeds dismissed.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
I'm going to go $150. Pay by the 11th. Pay by the 11th. Okay?
Great. Thank you, Judge.
I'll let you go. Thank you. Thanks.
And I just called the.
Hi, Banks.
Morning, Judge.
Oh, boy, this has been busy here today. Taxpayers are getting their money's worth out of me today. Kai Lenise Banks, 260-722. 921, your appearance?
Detective Sergeant Mark Driscoll, Trenton Police.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yes, Judge.
All right, go ahead.
On September 13, 2025, at approximately 15:44 hours, Trenton Corporal John Higgins and Officer Stephen K. were dispatched to 5450 Ford Street, which is Corwell Health Hospital in the city of Trenton, County of Wayne, for a narcotics complaint. Officers met with registered nurse house manager Michelle Lynn Provenzano at a Zero party, who stated that a patient, Miss Kai Lenise Banks, black female, date of birth of 10/2/1975, was observed by another registered nurse, Miss Zendaya Cornejo. Miss Cornejo observed Miss Banks snorting cocaine from a hospital tray. Miss Provenzano stated that with Miss Banks' permission, she checked the contents of her purse and located a small cellophane baggie containing more suspected cocaine. Miss Banks admitted to officers that she snorted 2 to 3 lines of cocaine while in the hospital. Officer K collected the suspected cocaine and transported it to the Trenton Police Station. Upon his arrival, he tested the suspected cocaine using the Mobile Detect multi-drug field test kit, which revealed positive for cocaine. Officer K weighed the suspected cocaine, which revealed 0.1 grams with packaging, Judge.
Based on your sworn testimony, I find the crime possession of less than 25 grams of cocaine was committed. There's probable cause to believe the crime was committed by the defendant. You signed a complaint. I'm signing and dating the complaint and the warrant for the arrest of the defendant. We'll put it into lien. Have a good day, Detective.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. Charles Pierre Glenn, 26W841171 A, B, and C. How you doing, Mr. Glenn? Your name?
Charles.
You're charged with resisting or obstructing an officer. You're also charged with improper turn and obstructive vision. You have 3 files. You have the right to a lawyer on the misdemeanor. If you want a lawyer, I'll give you one. You want a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. We'll set you up with a lawyer on this one, okay?
Well, he's got specs, but rare.
Yeah. You're gonna set him up with a defense attorney.
This one? That's gotta go to the attorney.
Defense attorney.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Glenn, you're coming back in front of me either way. What are you guys doing here in the third to last row? What's your name?
Who's your name again? Charles Harvey of Kingswood. You want to start the same thing? Who's your name right there? Maui, M-A-U-E. Very fine. Oh.
Maui?
Yeah, yours should be up there.
I don't have it. I never got it. I never got this gentleman's either. What's your last name?
He wasn't on the docket. Harvey wasn't on the docket.
Maui, I never got that checked in.
All right, let me look for that. Maui was on the docket. Heather, do you know anything about Mr. Harvey? What's the first name? Charles.
What?
Charles Harvey?
Let me
He's
take
not
a
on the
look.
docket.
What they said today.
Let me see your paperwork. You could look at it, John. I think you can probably tell.
Answer for show calls, but he's not. I don't have a file at the docket.
Oh, failure to pay fines and costs on behalf of the corporation. Do we have a Charles Harvey? It's under Kingsway Investments LLC.
We have a Kingsway Transportation, yes.
Is that 25W839-024 A and B?
Yep.
Yes,
Who has the files?
they should be down there.
Kingsway, John.
I have no Kingsway Transportation on my staff.
We're looking for a file either, it looks like under Kingsway Transportation or Kingsway Investments. It's two, it's
So
two,
exactly short causes for.
and hang on.
He never told me it was Kingsway. I'm looking for a Harvey. I wrote up for a no-show.
Yeah, let me find
We
it.
got,
You got that one.
he told me his name.
Thank
He
you.
didn't tell me
Bye.
what corporation.
That's all right. It doesn't, we don't need a pin.
Relax, everybody. Almost.
And Mr. Maui here. Do we have
We're
Mr.
doing our best.
I know you are. Mr. Maui, how do you spell your last name?
MAUE.
You have a Maui down there by chance?
You're on. Let me finish this real quick and.
Pro-
I probably got it down there. So.
Probably. It's okay. Oh. Do I have a docket in the afternoon other than sobriety court? Do I have anything in the afternoon other than sobriety court? All right. I'll take that. All right, people against Kingsway Transportation, 25WA390224A and B. We show caused you. You forced us to show cause you. What's your name?
Charles Harvey.
Why aren't you paid these?
Their number of tickets, sir. I called and talked to the officer and someone else when they first issued the ticket. My company's, I lease out my trucks and trailers. And they issue a ticket to me, to Kingsway. Kingsway don't just own the trucks and trailers. They leased out. They're not up under my authority. People who drive the trucks and trailers run up under their authority. So I was telling them, I don't know why they issued it to me. It's supposed to be issued to all of them, legally running the trucks out there. Trailers.
You're the principal of Kingsway Transportation though, right?
Yes, it's actually Kingsway. Kingsway Investment doing business, that's Kingsway Transportation. So that's probably why you got both things. But neither one of those companies has their authority. Neither one of my companies has authority to drive motor carrier on the road. They're at least to at least my trucks and trailers out. And those guys have their own authority. They run. So I don't know why the officer put it to my on the registrations. It has
Well, you're the owner.
right of the I'm the owner of the vehicles.
Right, I know, but they wrote, these are attached to the owner. They could write them to the owner too. It's defective equipment and improper display of plate.
Motor carrier required to have a DOT MC number to run out on there, and anybody that runs up on a motor carrier, you have to do your own inspection. That whoever authority that is, they are responsible for everything, not the person who, you know.
You own the truck.
I just own the truck, but not the authority. It's like I'm a rider. If like rider, you lease the trucks out to you, you go rent and ride the truck. I mean, that's just right.
Call in Mr. Urick, please. I'll get Mr. Urick. I got him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you come in here, please?
Of course, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm gonna let you explain this to the prosecutor.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, you know, semi trucks that runs on the road, you have to have a DOT or MC number to be to be legally on the road.
I get it, but you own the vehicles.
I own the vehicle, but it's authority, meaning that when you run up on the DOT or MC number, you're required by law to inspect your trucks, to make sure everything is legal and do everything legal on the road.
So am I if I'm a driver. Listen.
I'm not the driver.
Hang on. I know. Your name?
William Urick, I'm a city William.
I don't understand what he's trying to tell me here. We've show caused this company. These are Woodhaven tickets. he acknowledges that Kingsway Transportation, of which he's the principal, owns the vehicles. But he's saying they can't be held responsible, and I don't understand what he's telling me because, as you know, an owner could be cited for defective equipment or the driver or both. And he, as far as I'm concerned, is the owner based on what I'm learning here. That, I mean, that's who they wrote him to, was Kingsway Transportation. So you can't just come in here 7 months later after the fact and tell me, Judge, I don't know these tickets. The second one's for improper display of plate, which are all functions of what the owner has to do. So I'm going to let you talk to him. If you have a different opinion or he convinces you, you can tell me.
Your Honor, we don't, both in the realm of civil infractions as well as misdemeanors, corporate entities can be charged.
Right. I don't know why you're saying you can't be charged. You can go explain it to him for 5 minutes. If he doesn't buy it, you can go down the hall and post a bond and file a motion to set aside the judgment. You didn't show up. Your company didn't show up back on August the 5th. So you can't just come in here and say, no, this isn't my responsibility. You guys were supposed to be here. We sent you a notice. You should have been here. Go talk to him. And otherwise, you're going to have to post a bond and file a motion to set aside judgment. But
Thank you, Your Honor.
that's the best I'm going to tell you. Maui. People against Daniel William Maui. 26W841126A. Mr. Maui, how are you?
Pretty good, sir.
Your name?
Nick Maui.
You're charged with suspended driving. Do you want a lawyer?
No, sir.
I'll go ahead and arraign you and I'll send you the prosecutor. How's that? On January the 5th of 26, the police think you were operating a motor vehicle in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne on Western I-75, and they think you had a suspended license. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail costs for all, 93 days jail costs for all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign an advice of rights form here today?
Fine.
Did you read it and understand it?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial.
Yes, sir.
You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer.
Yes.
I'm entering a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Who's this, your lawyer?
It's my fiance.
All right, okay. Maybe you should take her to Maui, Mr. Maui.
Can't leave the state, Your Honor.
Good answer. We're gonna send the file over. You go talk to the prosecutor. Either way, you're coming back in front of me, okay? Good luck. Thanks. Very good, Jenna.
Does this one need a prosecutor or attorney? I can read it.
Defense,
Good one. Real fun.
yeah,
Is he the prosecutor or the attorney?
yeah, defense attorney. Job.
I can't keep up with this. And this one, Maui needs a prosecutor, right?
Yeah, he doesn't need a lawyer. Wow.
Why?
Yep.
We'd like to say thank you to the court for getting us in early. We appreciate it.
No problem. Your name, ma'am?
Adriana Vegas.
Which one was it, John?
Yeah.
All right, this is a drunk driving OWI. Does she stand mute and wait for formal reading? All right, I'm entering a not guilty plea for, is this a first offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Allegedly, what was the reference?
I believe it was the IBAC. I'm going to take 2-1. Don't hold me, but I do that.
And you, she is 20, just turned 24, right?
Correct.
All right. I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. I'm signing your order for discovery. We'll set a pretrial date. I'm gonna give you a personal bond of $1,000. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm gonna order the man that you not purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or illegal drugs, okay? I do want you going to NA at least one time per week. You have to go in person. We're gonna hand you a form. Every time you go, you have to have the form signed. And every time you come to court, you have to bring that form with you. Do you understand all that? All right. So what do you have for me, Heather?
It'll be February 18th at 9:30.
Is that good with you?
Thank you.
February 18th, you said at what time?
9:30.
9:30. Okay, that's what we'll do.
Thank you so much.
And you can, here, I'm gonna give her the form. You can just bear with me once. I'm gonna give her a copy of the bond sheet. And, whoa. A mutilated copy of the bond sheet. Yes. There you go, ma'am. You can approach and we'll hand you that. And,
It was a discovery order as well.
I signed that.
Thank you.
I did sign that, and you can go down the hall and they'll give you a copy of it, okay?
Thank you so much.
One other thing, let me just double check something. Yeah, we're all set.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Thanks. All right, Audrey and Cusino, 25F245225. All right, good morning, Mr. Osmond.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeff Osmond, on behalf of Audrey Kuzma.
Your name, ma'am?
Audrey Guzno.
All right, so your client pled guilty to operating while visibly impaired. She was referred for screening and assessment. Any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
No, Your Honor, and I would indicate to the court that she does have her AA sheet here, she's been attending.
Okay, and you've seen that?
Yes,
She's
sir.
been going at least once per week?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else would you like to say?
Judge, I've spoken to her at great length about this incident. She takes it very seriously. She is going to do everything she can. She has was totally out of character for her. No prior history with law enforcement or anything of that nature. Comes from a good family. And I'm sure we won't see her again back here.
All right, ma'am, is there anything you would like to say?
I would just like to say I'm very sorry and I fully learned my lesson from this.
Okay. All right, good enough. I don't usually only go 8 months, but she scored in category 1 on everything, so I'll go along with that. 8 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You do have to report as directed, no alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You can't go to any place that sells or dispenses alcohol. They're recommending bi-weekly testing. I'll go along with that, but I'll only make you test bi-weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, then I'll make it monthly, okay? Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. Attend a level 2 alcohol education program and the Victims Impact Panel. That's one night put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. 4 days jail, credit 1, serve 3. I'll let you serve those by way of community service. So 3 days community service, that's 24 hours. And I'm going to give you until March the 25th to complete that. So you got about 7 weeks, okay? So 24 hours community service, you may be eligible for early discharge. You're going to pay fines of 300, costs of 300, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 7.25 probation fees. 160 for a total of 885. You have a screening fee of 60 for 945 plus your cost of recovery. Everything included amounts to $1,170. Again, if there are no violations, you can apply for early discharge in 4 months. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand all that?
Yeah, I understand.
Judge, I'm sorry, could I ask for, she'd asked me earlier, a family that she grew up with is going to Mexico from the 20th to the 26th and invited her to come with them if she could have permission to do that.
Yeah, you know, these states, these countries, I don't know who lets who in. I'll just say she can leave the state. I'm not saying she can go to Mexico. You need to double check, make sure there's no problems. I'm sure there's not.
Yeah,
But like Canada, you can't go into Canada.
Canada would be an issue, you're right.
You can leave the state between February the 20.
To the 26th?
I'll make it the 27th in case the flight gets delayed. How's that? Okay. And can she pay all this today or does she need time?
I can pay all this today.
All right. I wish you well, and then you'll meet with probation, okay?
Thank you.
Best of luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Osmond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Liliana Marie Vanderhoof, 26W841159 A and B. Your name? Charged with driving on a suspended, you have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. I can't hear you.
No.
You waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
On January 4 of 26, it is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle with a suspended license on I-75 near Weston Woodhaven at 1:27 in the morning. That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs, or all those in 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign the advice of rights and read and understand the rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that? You have the right to a lawyer, as I said. Do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
I'm an enter a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. Here are your bond conditions. You cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. So those are your bond conditions. You'll owe the people of Woodhaven $500 if you violate any of those. And I'm entering a plea of denial on the speeding. You understand that?
Yes.
So you're gonna go talk to the prosecutor and then you'll come back in here, okay? Thank you. Lori Hinkle.
Yes, sir.
Lori Gay Hinkle, 26W841130 A and B. Your name?
Lori Gainville?
You smell of alcohol, I'm told, Ms. Hinkle. Are you
I
drunk?
was drinking last night.
Are you drunk?
No.
We're gonna give you a PBT, okay? You're gonna, my court officer is going to administer a PBT to you.
I
So,
was drinking till.
ma'am,
Go ahead and see the hallway.
we're gonna administer a PBT to you.
Go ahead and see the hallway.
And you'll go out and, so that goes to the prosecutor. That's the PBT. People against Labadie. Reed Dean Labadie Jr. 25W82910.
Morning, Your Honor. Tim Gambrot, the applicant, Glavity, who's also present. This is the time and date set sentencing.
Your name, sir?
Reed Glavity.
All right, I want to make sure, first of all, have you had a chance to review, he pled, by the way, to this, under height at a window peeping.
That's correct.
And, he was to go to AANA twice a week. Have you
Yeah.
seen that form?
10 visits.
He's been doing that? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Should I submit this to your clerk for copy?
No, that's all right. I trust you. He's gonna need to keep that, okay?
He's been doing really well on that.
Good.
Very seriously. Whenever you're ready, I can address the PSI.
Yeah, have you had a chance to review the report? Now,
We did, we looked it over this morning, I went over it with my client, the only real issue is that we had,
seems to me like outpatient counseling is a bit extreme. If he's testing twice a week, he's been clean, he's been following the court's recommendation and order. As far as AA goes, maybe if the court was inclined to entertain that particular element, that if he tested positive, maybe that it could trigger outpatient. Because he expressed to me this morning.
I mean, I think their concern is, he had THC in his system. He acknowledged he was using marijuana and he had 10 beers and now he's going in the backyard of somebody's house and window peeping. I mean, I don't think it's that extreme, but I get it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, and I think that's a very valid point. And I think that's something that he expressed to me this morning was that, I think he's relieved that this ended where it did, and it didn't result in something more extreme. I mean, people get shot for stuff like that. And that was something that he expressed to me was that, in the grand scheme of things, the severity of it was probably as minimal as it could be. But Judge, yes, I would say that, given the fact that going to 2 AA sessions per week and has, weekly or bi-weekly testing, whatever the court would order on that. If he did test positive and he's quit smoking marijuana for the most part, I think, if he tested positive for alcohol or drugs, any illegal drugs at any point in time, then at that point in time, couldn't that trigger an outpatient program?
Okay. That's your argument.
Yes.
I got it. Anything else? Either one of you?
Reed, you have anything?
I just want to say that was a dumb mistake and I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Could have been a lot worse.
And you went over and got fingerprinted, right?
Yeah, I did. Right after the last court date.
By the way, I just need to ask, is there a Tyler or Brooklyn Wilson here?
I dropped this off.
All right, I'm going to take this under the Vehicle Training Act as agreed upon. That's what you guys agreed upon. I'll do that. 15 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substances. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're just kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing PBTs bi-weekly for 4 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. No contact with Brooklyn Wilson or her family members. No contact with her or her family members. You're not to enter the property or go near the property address of 19116 Hyde Park Court in the city of Woodhaven. I'm going to order 4 days jail. I'm going to let you serve those as follows. 3 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105. And 1 day or 8 hours of community service, which you have to complete in this case by March the 20th. I am going to order that you continue attending AANA twice a week in person until you're in outpatient treatment. I'm going to order outpatient treatment as well. You're to attend that and complete that. Fines. So you understand the sentence so far?
Yes.
Fines are 100, costs are 200, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 4 and a quarter, screening fee 60 for 485. Probation fees are $300 for $785 plus your court work program fees. Your total's $890. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal if you cannot afford them. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Does he have all of this to pay?
I'm sure he probably would need some time to make payments, Bill.
How much do you have today?
I didn't want to pay it all time sheet.
I didn't ask you that. How much do you have to pay?
I can pay 100. I can pay 100.
$100 now, 75 a week. You can do that, right?
Yeah.
75 per week. I'll give you a little bit of leeway or give you a little bit of a head start, so to speak. So I won't have you pay this until February the 27th, and you'll meet with probation. And if you ever don't have the money, you call the clerk on Zoom. I'll give you an extension, okay? Honor before the duty. Good luck. Thanks, counsel. Lori Gabe Finkel, 26W841130.
What started as a routine morning in traffic court quickly turned into a series of unforgettable moments involving drunk driving charges, probation conditions, and a defendant who arrived at court smelling of alcohol. One of the first cases involved a 24-year-old woman charged with operating while intoxicated. After entering a not guilty plea, the judge released her on a personal bond but imposed strict conditions. She was ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and was required to attend Alcoholics Anonymous meetings every week. The judge made it clear that proof of attendance would be required at every future court appearance. Later, another defendant returned for sentencing after pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired. Her attorney told the court that she had taken the matter seriously, attended AA meetings as directed, and had no prior criminal history. The defendant personally apologized and told the judge she had learned a valuable lesson from the incident. The judge acknowledged her efforts. Instead of imposing additional jail time, he sentenced her to probation, ordered alcohol education classes, community service, drug and alcohol testing, and more than $1,000 in fines and costs. He also gave her permission to travel with family, provided she followed all probation rules and stayed out of trouble. But the most surprising moment of the morning came when another defendant approached the bench. Before the hearing could continue, court staff informed the judge that the woman smelled strongly of alcohol. The judge immediately asked a direct question. "Are you drunk?" The defendant admitted she had been drinking the night before, but denied being intoxicated. Rather than simply accepting the answer, the judge ordered an immediate preliminary breath test to determine whether alcohol was still in her system. The hearing paused while court officers escorted her out for testing. The exchange served as a reminder that judges pay close attention not only to what defendants say, but also to how they appear in court. Showing up while under the influence, or even appearing to be under the influence, can quickly become a serious issue, especially in cases involving alcohol-related offenses. By the end of the session, the message from the courtroom was clear. Accountability matters. Whether facing a first-time drunk driving charge or appearing for sentencing, defendants who follow court orders often receive opportunities to move forward. Those who ignore the rules may find themselves facing much tougher consequences. Case question. If someone appears in court smelling of alcohol while facing alcohol-related charges, should the judge immediately order testing, or is that going too far? Like, comment, and subscribe for more real courtroom drama, judge reactions, and legal stories.